Think about it. Every single day, your customers are talking to you. And inside those conversations, there's this absolute goldmine of hidden data: what they want, what's bugging them, and what actually makes them buy. But for most businesses, all that valuable info just vanishes into thin air. Today, we're going to dive into how voice AI completely changes that, turning every single call into a powerful engine for business intelligence. So let's kick things off with a pretty big question. What if every single customer interruption wasn't just, a transaction, but a lesson? What if every phone call, every single question, and yeah, every complaint was actually making your entire business run better, smoother, and smarter? That's the promise we're going to explore. For years, we've all been stuck with the old way. You know the drill. Agents are scribbling down rush notes between calls, managers are making decisions based on guesswork, and so many key details just get lost in these incomplete summaries. Well, the new way is a totally different ballgame. You go from those fuzzy, half-remembered notes to clean, structured data. Instead of just guessing, you get crystal clear insights, and you trade those incomplete thoughts for analytics you can actually use.
So, how in the world do we make that leap? Well, the key, as you've probably guessed, is voice AI. This is the technology that unlocks all the value that's been trapped in your conversations, turning them from just a way to talk to people into what could be your company's most valuable strategic asset.
Okay, and it's really important to get this straight. This isn't just some fancy answering machine we're talking about. Nope. We're talking about a voice AI engine. Think of it as a system that's built from the ground up to listen, to understand, and, this is the most important part, to structure every single conversation into usable data, patterns, and analytics. It's all about creating total visibility across the entire company. So how does this engine actually do that? How does it build that visibility? Well, it works across 4 key dimensions of intelligence. You can think of it like this. The AI uses 4 different lenses, right? And each one gives it a unique perspective to build this complete 360-degree view of what's really going on in every interaction. First up, we have conversational intelligence. And this is like the bedrock of the whole thing. It's about understanding not just the words a customer says, but what they really mean, their true intent. Are they curious? Are they frustrated? Is it urgent? This lens captures the what, the why, and the how of the conversation. And here's a perfect example of what I mean. See, one person saying this, well, that's just an anecdote, right? But when the AI hears this comment 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, whoa, now it's not an anecdote anymore. It's a hard, data-backed insight telling you, hey, maybe you should fix the pricing page on your website. That one little comment becomes a massive business signal. Next, the AI takes a look inward with what we call operational intelligence. So this isn't just about the customer anymore. It's about your business. The AI starts analyzing how your own internal workflows are performing, and it's amazing at pinpointing the exact spots where things are getting stuck, where customers get frustrated, or where your processes just plain break down. Here's a classic example. Let's say the system notices a pattern. A bunch of callers are hanging up the second they get to the payment step. That is a massive red flag. It instantly tells you to go investigate that part of your process. Are the instructions confusing? Is there some kind of technical glitch? This insight helps you find and fix these little friction points that you probably didn't even know were there. All right, our third lens is what we call performance intelligence. Because let's face it, in any modern business, you've got this mix of human agents and automated systems. This intelligence looks at how well they're all playing together in the sandbox. It measures the effectiveness of the entire system, both human and AI, in actually getting customer problems solved.
And this is where it gets super practical, especially if you're a manager. It starts answering these really critical questions, like, is our AI actually resolving things on its own, or is it just making more work for our people? Which of our scripts are just confusing everybody? And maybe most importantly, which of our team members might need a little more coaching or support? This is truly data-driven team management.
And last, but definitely not least, we have behavioral intelligence. And honestly, this might be the most powerful one of them all, because it finally connects the conversation to the actual outcome. It answers that all-important question. So what happened next? It tracks what customers do after they hang up the phone, so you can measure the true impact of that call. Exactly. I mean, a nice chat is great, but did it actually lead to a booking? Did that support call end with them opening the follow-up email you sent with instructions, or did they just give up in frustration and disappear forever? This is where you measure the real-world results and finally understand the true ROI on your customer conversations. Okay, so we've walked through the 4 ways this AI gathers intelligence. But, data is just data until you do something with it. The real magic happens when you turn all that intelligence into smarter business decisions. So let's see what this looks like in the real world. This slide just shows the magic perfectly. Look at this. On the left, you've got real, messy human language, the way people actually talk. And then, boom, the AI engine just processes it instantly and turns it into this beautiful, clean, structured data on the right. I can't find the pricing becomes a pricing question tagged with frustration, which triggers the action to improve website. It's a repeatable, scalable, and incredibly powerful process. Let's make this real. Think about some specific industries. In real estate, imagine you're an agent and like instantly, that 3-bedroom homes in a certain neighborhood are suddenly in super high demand. Or you understand the number one reason buyers are hesitating on a deal. The AI just surfaces these patterns, letting agents tailor their approach for maximum impact. Or what about healthcare? A clinic could use this intelligence to see that, hey, their call volume for appointments goes through the roof every single Monday morning. Now they can staff accordingly. They can pinpoint exactly what's causing patient frustration with wait times or spot new trends in demand for certain services. That's a change that fundamentally improves the entire patient experience.
And for e-commerce, oh man, this is huge. The AI can automatically track the top 3 reasons for returns on your best-selling product. It can identify that a certain product description is causing a ton of confusion for customers. It can even flag recurring delivery problems with a specific shipping company. I mean, that's direct, actionable feedback that lets you make your whole operation way, way smoother.
So, what does all this add up to? Well, it means we're not just talking about a neat new tool anymore. We're talking about a genuine competitive edge. It's pretty simple, really. Better intelligence leads directly to a better, stronger business. And this is the path it lays out for you. You get much faster improvement cycles because insights are coming in daily, not once a quarter. This leads to an incredibly accurate, real-time understanding of your customers with no guesswork. And when you have that, you can start proactively reducing those pesky operational problems, which naturally leads to happier customers and, at the end of the day, stronger loyalty.
Look, if you take just one thing away today, let it be this. The big, crucial point is that voice AI is not just another communication tool. It is an engine built for one purpose: continuous, data-driven improvement across your entire organization. Which brings us to one final, simple question. Every single day, your customers are literally handing you the blueprint for how to improve your business, your products, and your services. The only question left is, are you really listening?